What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed the last one. So just want to make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, let's get into the video. We're going to show you how we achieved this look. So I'm gonna be using this Adore semi-permanent dye that I see everybody using on YouTube in the rich amber color. So we have our deep wave frontal, cute, and we have 3 deep wave bundles. These are all 16-inch, and so we're gonna try this water method for the first time. So I started out by boiling a pot of water on the stove, not boiling it to where it's bubbling, but just where I know it's hot enough. And I poured it into a metal bowl. You can use whatever kind of bowl you want. I don't think there's any requirement. And then I just added a little bit of cool water just to bring the temperature down a little bit. And don't be like me, y'all. Peel the seal off before you try to squeeze the dye at the bottom. By the way, I have tried this method before on another wig and it really just did not turn out right. So hopefully this second attempt goes a lot better. Now, once I finally got that open, I started to squeeze it into the water. Yeah, get it all out. And then I just whisk it up to make sure all of it sort of diluted evenly in the water. And when it looks like your red communion wine from church, then you're good. And then I started to add the bundles to the dye. I took everything off of it just so, minus the rubber bands, just so they can all stay together and don't make a big mess. Then I just used my wide tooth comb just to make sure it was fully submerged. It was floating a little bit at the top. And so I did the same thing for all 3 bundles and the frontal. And the bowl was just big enough to fit all of the pieces, so make sure you have something that is a good size. So at this point, all pieces are added, the 3 bundles and the frontal, and so I'm just using my comb, making sure that everything is fully submerged and getting saturated in the dye. I saw a few posts that say that let it sit, and when the water is clear, that's how you know all the hair has absorbed the dye. So I just let it sit for 20 minutes and then checked on it periodically. So after 20 minutes, I realized that it wasn't really coloring that much. So I decided I'd have to bleach it and then try to dye it again. So that was the failed attempt at the watercolor method. So now I grabbed my 30 volume developer and my BW2 bleaching powder and some gloves. Make sure you wear gloves when you do this stuff because it does burn when it touches your skin. And I've been using 30 volume because it lifts pretty quickly, but not as quickly as a 40, and it's not as damaging. So I've had some success using this developer. And y'all, look at those curls. Yes. So now I started to actually make the bleaching mixture. I ended up using 2.5 scoops of the bleaching powder. It comes with a little scooper cup, so you don't have to worry about what you use. So yeah, 2 full cups and then half a cup. And I just eyeball the developer little by little until it gets to the consistency that I want it to be. You don't want it to be too thick and you don't want it to be too runny. You want it to be that perfect medium consistency. So at this point, I didn't really like the consistency that it was at, so I went and added a little bit more developer and continued to mix. So now you can see that it's getting there. It's not really there yet, but I like to hold off on adding some more until you mix it all up and see where it is, because sometimes it just needs a little bit more mixing and not more developer. So you'll see how as I mix it some more, it turns from that chunky mixture until something more creamy. So I just went and just dunked the bundles in the mixture because I just wanted it all to just lighten. Now I'm just gonna deal with it how it turned out later. So yeah, I just dumped it in and just tried to coat as much of the bundle as possible. Make sure you unravel the bundle a little bit and get all in there, because I knew from past experience that it does not always get all the way through the bundle. So you want to really work the mixture in there and try to get in all the nooks and crannies as possible. And yeah, luckily using this bowl was actually pretty nice because I can just sop up all of the mixture and get it into the bundle. And so I just coat and finger comb it through until I felt like it was coated enough. And put it to the side. And I combed it through as well, just to make sure that it was getting all the way through. And so yeah, I went ahead and did all 3 bundles. And at this point, I started to run out of mixture, so I had to make another batch. Yeah, so I did another 2.5 scoops, the same as last time, because I still had the frontal left. And lastly, did the frontal. This turned out to be a lot messier than I thought. I went ahead and made sure I got a little of the bleach on the lace so that it would lighten a little bit. This is what it looks like. It's already starting to lift after just sitting on the side. And so now I'm just placing them all back into the bowl so they can sit and lighten. I put the frontal on the bottom because it did get the least amount of product on it, so I wanted the rest of it to sort of soak onto the frontal. And then I coated it with tinfoil because apparently it's supposed to be dark. I don't know. I think that makes the process faster. Left it on for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And then I rinsed out all of the mixture and let it soak in some purple shampoo. I used the L'Oreal Paris Everpure sulfate-free purple shampoo. I saw someone else use it in a video, so I just got what they used pretty much. So yeah, this helps tone it into not a brassy color. I can't really describe the difference that it makes, but it does make a difference when you leave it on there after bleaching. So this is the final product. You can see it did color a little bit, and I actually like how it turned out. Like, it's not too crazy. I just put a little water, some mousse, and lay the little edges. I don't want it to mess it up. Now, I did go a little crazy on the baby hairs, y'all, but it's okay. I also did go ahead and trim the fronts a little bit just so it can have more of a layered look since they are all the same length. And yeah, I really love how this hair can be big and poofy or wet and really sleek. So make sure you go on our Instagram and DM me or text me and go ahead and get your deep wave bundles. I will also color them for you if you are interested in that. And that's all, you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.